Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Scope Bite. Today we're going to be talking check drill, transitioning from rifle to pistol, back to rifle. Stick around. So let's get into it. What is the purpose of a check drill? The purpose of this drill is to get you comfortable transitioning from your rifle to a pistol and back to a rifle. This isn't something that's common practice to guys on the range, even military and law enforcement units. If you carry both a rifle and a pistol, or it is in your loadout as a prepared civilian, I think that this is a fundamental skill. Now, why would we transition to a pistol if I have a rifle? All right, we'll say I'm addressing a threat and my rifle goes down, but that threat doesn't. He's still present. I'm going to transition to my handgun. Once that threat is dealt with, we need to get our rifle back online. So I'm going to show you a couple different techniques to do this. And I've been to several schoolhouses that teach this technique differently. I'm not the guy to tell you this way's right or that way's wrong. I'm going to be showing you the way I've been doing it for a number of years and what makes sense to me. Before we get into this drill, I'm going to touch on a few things. One thing I think is important is reloads. You do not want to be reloading your rifle out here. Tuck it into your arm and pinch your elbow against your rib cage with your weapon in your workspace. That's going to allow you to do an efficient reload and keep your eyes up on the horizon. Doing a reload this way with your eyes down or with this in your shoulder is not proper. You can see gravity's already starting to take effect on this rifle. Now, I'm a big guy, but I cannot hold my rifle out there like that with it touching my shoulder all day. I can't hold it like this all day though. So we're gonna do our reloads here in our workspace. Once we're done with that reload, we're gonna go ahead and hit our bolt release with our thumb. Now I happen to have a battery assist lever. I don't care if you love it or hate it. I know the purpose of that tool, but we're not gonna get into that today. Once we hit that bolt release, we're gonna slam that back into our shoulder and we're going to finish off the threat or scan for more threats. Now the standard check drill is a 1, 5, and 5. The purpose of the 1, 5, and 5 check drill is, again, get you used to the transition to your pistol, back to your rifle, and engage. You don't want to build the bad muscle memory of conducting your reload and coming down here. You want to present that rifle and keep scanning for threats. Now, let's touch on how to release our rifle. What I don't want to do is drop this rifle down like this, because now my arm is pinched between the rifle and my body. Getting this rifle back up is going to be a little more tricky. You almost have to grab it with both hands. Instead, you want to take your rifle, ejection port towards the deck, and let it drop across your body. Reason for this, you cannot sweep this rifle across your body like this. Your body mechanics do not work this way. Go ahead and try that. However, palm towards the ground, I could reach all the way around my back if needed. So again, ejection port down. We're gonna rotate this out of the way. My strong hand, break contact and go to my pistol. At the same time, this rifle is being swept to the side. I am going to be drawing my pistol, meeting in the middle, and pushing out. Once I engage with my pistol, I can go ahead and scan if that threat is down. At this time, I'm going to reach back and grab my rifle the way I laid it down. I'm going to look at the ejection port. I am looking for what caused my malfunction or why my weapon went down. Once I see why my rifle went down, I'm going to holster my pistol and then conduct my reload, fix my malfunctions. Here's where it varies. Some schools will tell you, transition to your pistol, put your pistol away, grab your rifle, look at your ejection port, then do your malfunction. I'm the guy that always asks why. Why? Because you don't want to have two weapons in your hand. You want to have both hands free. Okay, I understand that. However, if you've ever been in this situation and you're in a house and your rifle goes down and you transition to your pistol and you don't know if there's any more threats in that area, why am I gonna disarm myself and then look to see what's going on? Right now I'm disarmed. I have no rifle, I have no pistol. That's why I like to keep my pistol in my hand, do my assessment, because if another threat presents itself, I can push out and address that threat, then conduct my reload. Some of you might say it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you what's wrong or right. Do what you think is right and what feels comfortable to you. So we're gonna go ahead and run through this drill, and we're gonna do it nice and smooth. Part time for this is 12 seconds. I'm going off of the GBRS standard. I made a video on this on my Scope Bite Shorts channel. So if you're watching this on the Scope Bites TV channel, go ahead and check out my shorts, and I have full format videos on that channel also. All right, so we're gonna run through this drill. You're not gonna see me reload, but I'm going to reload. I want these videos to keep getting out there in the algorithm, and if I'm showing things YouTube doesn't like you guys to see, it's not gonna get out there. So I'm not gonna show you reloads, but just know I will be doing them. All right, so we're gonna come up, 1 round on target, drop this down, transition to our pistol, fire 5 rounds, bring our rifle back up, assess what the issue was, put our pistol away, and then conduct a reload, 5 more shots on target. And it is not tracking those because the rattler is so quiet here that it's not tracking the shots. It's only tracking my pistol shots, which tells me my last shot was 3 seconds, 3:40. So we're gonna go ahead and grab my other rifle and show you the times on this drill. All right, loaded up here with 5.56. We're gonna go ahead and redo this, show you guys these times here. 12 seconds. All right, we got 9.59. So this can be done fast. You just got to practice this. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me at this episode of Scope Bite. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. I like everybody's comments. I like hearing everybody out. Stay safe. Practice this on the range. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.